Well, I mean, this whole area is very interesting. It's great this has happened. It's going to raise the awareness of sugar in diet across the nation. And, you know, Bethany was talking about the labels and portion size, etc. Look, get a food, get a drink, get a chocolate bar, and look at the label, right? Now, when you read the label, it will give you grams of sugar, right, you know, in that container. Now, that means nothing to anybody, but divide that by 4, and that will tell you how many teaspoons of sugar are in that drink or chocolate bar. So, for example, you know, a soft fizzy drink, right, containing 35 grams of sugar, that is 9 teaspoons of sugar in that one can. Then
gosh, that's a really clever trick to be able to work it out, because you're right, that actually means something.
Grams divided by 4. And here we go, with the chocolate bars, different ones. These contain 27 grams. What does that mean? That is 7 teaspoons of sugar.
Well, the daily allowance for this is in today's Telegraph, the daily allowance for a person's intake should be halved to 6 teaspoons. This is what the World Health Organization has said. So by eating that chocolate bar or drinking that drink, with those 2 pieces of consumption, you're already twice your limit.
And this is
beyond that.
I know, but you know, these organisations, they'll set these targets which are really quite unrealistic in the real world. But if you become aware of reading the labels, and when you read a label, look at the ingredients. Every item has to have a list.
Because there's also things that are sugar that are called different things.
Well, going through the ingredients, if you see sugar in the first 3 of the ingredients, stay clear.
Because they're put in quantity order, aren't they? So if they're near
what comes first is the most common in the drink. Now,
stay clear if you have a weight concern. But I mean, we're fine as treats. But the thing is that whereas it used to be, and once again we've said this a number of times, it used to be an extraordinary sight to see a larger person walking down the street. Now it's the norm.
And with that first 3, that's important, because if you may not see the word sugar, but you might see a word that ends in OSE. Sucrose, dextrose, maltose, they're sugars,
they're sugars also.
What do you think would help? And we've heard what Dame Sally Davis has said. So what do you think would help?
What, with the sugar tax?
With anything, to stop our nation being overweight.
What would help you?
I think better education in schools. To generally just look after yourself properly, learn how to cook yourself a proper meal, a balanced meal. When I was at school and we had cookery lessons, we learned how to cook apple pie and pizzas and things like that, and they're just not, it's not enough.
But as far as
knowledge.
you were concerned, you say to sort of teach it in school, but I reiterate that point we made earlier, by the time you were 6, you were 8 stone, so it had already started then, so your education had only just started. How are you going to be helped at school?
I don't know.
And Bethany's in a situation now where, you know, she's overweight, you know, and she accepts it. She's not insulted by me talking this way, are you?
No.
But, you know, she needs to do more activity, which is difficult when you're overweight. Now, if you remember Charlie Walden, we had on the show, our super slimmer, lost 30-odd stone. I had to take him for a walk every single day.
But you said you've got the dog, or your mum's dog, whatever, so that kind of walking, that activity is something that is easier to do, I guess, than maybe going to the gym or something like that. That's more realistic.
Yeah, I try to get out as often as I can, but obviously because my quantity levels with my food are creeping up a little bit because my stomach is stretched, I can eat more.
But you're educated now.
Yeah.
You know now. You know the right things to eat and that you don't eat, so you're aware of that now.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it. I mean, you've come here today, and I don't want to make it look like we're, you know, sort of beating with a stick on behalf of everybody.
No.
It's fascinating because you're so open and honest about it, which is why I feel that we can ask you these personal questions, because you will be answering them on behalf of a lot of people. But as far as portion sizes are concerned, you say you could eat more. Would you? And I'm only asking this because it's fascinating. Why do you eat to be full? Why don't you think, right, that's my portion and I'll stop when I've eaten it?
I don't know, really. I don't know. I think a lot of people comfort eat. And for a long time, food for me was a comfort. And it really is kind of getting in the right mindset to kind of almost convert your brain to find something else to make you feel better, you know.
And there's real comfort from that, because, you know, when the sugar level rises, it increases the release of serotonin from the brain, which is a sort of feel-good, happy chemical, you know.
Also released in exercise, however.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I would like Bethany to go away from me and do 30 minutes walk every day, come rain or shine. There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. Right?
I need to do it.